To take control of your social anxiety, you need a particular perspective. Now, psychologists all know this, but there's a surprising amount of people that really doesn't know about it yet, and that includes people who have been studying solutions to social anxiety for a long time. Now, if you do not know this perspective, you'll come at things from a less empowered, sometimes even victim mode. That way you can never resolve your social anxiety. When you take on this more empowered perspective, you can take control of your social anxiety and overcome it completely. Hey, it's Seb from Social Anxiety Solutions, where we combine the best of traditional psychology with energy psychology in order to overcome your social anxiety completely. Question: have you ever said one of the following statements? That kind of social event makes me super anxious. Strangers are scary. Those conversations make me feel awkward. His behavior really pisses me off. She made me feel so insecure. Well, me too. And it's an example of a disempowered perspective. See, I started coaching people to overcome their social anxiety in 2009 when I had to overcome the bulk of my own social anxiety. 2 years later, I started working with my coach, an incredibly wise lady, and she would constantly interrupt me when I would say things like that. She would then say, "Excuse me? He made you feel insecure?" And she then explained that nobody makes you feel anything. You have internal reactions to people's behavior. But, she would say, do they hold the remote to your inside world? They press a button and you feel a particular way? Really? And she would have me question this. Oh, that situation made you feel anxious? Really? Was it the situation? Or was it how you thought and felt about the situation? Now, what she always did was to help me see that the control was really inside of me and not outside of me. It wasn't people, circumstances, or events. It was my reactions to it. And that was very empowering because it helped me see, okay, so it's actually not the outside world. It's me. And I can do something about this. Now, we run a social confidence club. Part of that social confidence club is a WhatsApp group. And, sometimes I post little quotes in there. People share their wins. People talk about the challenge that we have. It's a great group. It's a support group. But one of the quotes that I posted in there recently, I want to share with you here because I think it will help shed some light on what this empowered perspective really is. It's not the people that are the problem. It's your limiting beliefs and your emotional reactions. It's not the circumstances that are the problem. It's your limiting beliefs and emotional reactions. It's not the world that is the problem. It's your limiting beliefs and emotional reactions. You are the one in control of how you feel. It's not the world or people that are the problem. It's your internal wiring that creates this illusion of a problem. It's all in the mind. This wiring can be changed, sometimes in a split second, sometimes slowly over time. Regardless, the control is inside you. See, in order to take control of your social anxiety, you have to take responsibility for what's going on inside. And you can't be saying it's this person or it's this event or this circumstance that does this to me. No, it's your internal wiring that is the problem, that's causing you to perceive things in that way. And as a react, feel so bad, feel so insecure, feel so anxious, feel so awkward. And luckily, we now have the amazing energy psychology with which you can actually shift those feelings around and neutralize these limiting beliefs, clear these emotionalized thoughts that you have. And so change that internal wiring, shift what's going on inside of you. And so the person will still behave in the exact same way, but it won't trigger you anymore. Instead, you'll feel calm where formerly you felt anxious. You'll feel at ease where formerly you felt awkward because you neutralize the awkwardness inside of you using energy psychology. Here are some empowering questions to ask yourself. When I think of this person or this situation, you can either remember that person or you can imagine, being in that situation. How do I feel inside? What emotion do I feel when I think about that person or event? What feelings get triggered inside of me? How does my body feel? What does my chest feel like when I think of that person? What does my stomach feel like? What does my throat feel like? What does my face feel like? These are locations where we often feel and experience our emotions, especially anxiety. And then you can use EFT tapping to neutralize these emotional reactions and shift these limiting beliefs. Or another empowering question you can ask is, when I think about this person or situation, what do I believe? What are my expectations? What are the emotionalized thoughts that I'm having? What worst case scenarios am I anticipating? And then you can use the tapping on these emotionalized thoughts / beliefs and fantasies, these worst case scenarios about what you think are going to happen. Because you have this belief, people are going to reject me. When you think about that, you have an emotional reaction in your body. That's what you can use the tapping on. Or you might picture yourself getting rejected, or you might picture people being mean to you. Well, when you're picturing that in your mind is creating the problem, and you feel that inside your body. And now you can use the tapping, and you can neutralize these emotions, you can shift these beliefs around, and by doing so, you're taking control of your social anxiety. Now you're able to neutralize these feelings, you're neutralizing these beliefs. That empowers you, because next time you're in that situation, you'll react calmer. And when you keep at it, you'll be completely calm, you'll be completely at ease. That's the beauty of combining the best of traditional psychology with energy psychology. We can actually get to the place where there is no anxiety anymore whatsoever. And you just feel calm, relaxed, and at ease. And you can enjoy socializing. Now, this is a far more empowered, holistic approach where we combine the best of both worlds. It's not just changing your thinking or having a particular perspective. We also need to address the emotional side of the issue, because social anxiety is predominantly an emotional issue. By this wonderful combination of traditional energy psychology, you can completely overcome your social anxiety. It's far more gentle, and you don't have to force yourself to face your fears. You still need to address your fears, but you can do the bulk of these fears. You can address the bulk of these fears from the comfort of your own home, thinking about these particular scenarios, neutralizing your emotional reactions to them, and then doing reality testing, gathering evidence of your changes, of your inner changes. And then, it might trigger you not at all anymore, or it might trigger you still. If it still triggers you, there's more work to do. But over time, you get to the place where it's not bothering you anymore at all. Now, if you doubt that, check out some of the video testimonials that I've done with former clients. There are lots of them. I suggest checking out this one. That's going to help you feel really inspired to do the work, to change your internal reactions, and to take control of your social anxiety. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.